Alright, so we pulled the clutch cover off, and I just threw it back on the old one. I never, tightened them up right or anything. The old one I'm just covering up with a rag for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to switch the clutches out or not at the moment. I just don't know all the ins and outs of it. Maybe I should just leave the one in that's there in right now just till it dies, and then replace it. That might make a little more sense. So I'm not really sure what to do about it. But now we're gonna get on draining the oil. The other one had relatively new oil in it. Obviously I want to put the proper stuff in, or I don't know what that was, but there is a little bit in it. But he definitely did not screw down on this, or like at all. It was loose, finger tight. Last thing to do is, or to drain, is let me find the right. Is drain the filter capsule. That I want. Oh wow. This is really full, so these crazy things. I don't know. I'm just gonna let her go here. I should grab my dirty rag first. That other rag, once I'm done with just changing the filter, I'll cover up the clutch with it till I do something with it. I want to get Okay, so it's time to put the filter on. I've cleaned out that compartment as you last seen, and cleaned out this, and we're ready to put our new filter in. So you just get the spec filter. I think it's like $5. There's the number, part number, and so you just take it, and a lot of people don't prime their filters before they put it in. I don't know that it really matters, but
Well, actually, I'm going to explain to you why I think it might be a little better to do it. These filters take a lot more oil, like a lot of oil. They soak in so much, and when this filter, you'll see how much it takes. I'm not going to fill right up because I don't want to lose oil when I'm putting it in, since it is mounted on an angle and not straight up or anything. But you'll see how much it does take a fair bit, and I won't even fill it right up. And can you imagine your engine running for that long and this taking oil while other parts of the engine and all that need it? So I'm just gonna pour in the middle here, try not to make a mess. Filled it up, and it's going right down. Shouldn't be doing this on my wiring diagrams. Oh snap. Gotta be kidding me. Just a tip, pour on its side, which I just didn't do. There we go. And now it's starting to soak through, starting to. Also take your finger and wet all the seals on the filter. Make sure they got some oil on them. And even though there's lots to fill up in there, I'm not going to do that. So now we're going to move over to the four-wheeler and install this filter. Okay, so as we just discussed, the filter goes in like that. So we're just going to pop it in there like such, and it fits right in. And I'm going to move this over. Make sure everything's great, and then we can take our bolts and start finger tightening them in. Now, the crankcase calls for 400 mil of oil, or 0.4 liters. As I explained, like, we've just been going over everything, electrical, checking everything. And as you know, I don't know if you can see it, my buddy has a YFZ. So he bring it over here and we compare and stuff like that. Anyway, today I was working away and I took his, I wanted to know, I was trying to crack it down on stuff, and I was like, oh, it's the CDI pad, which is basically the computer. So I took his CDI, which runs and works, and I took it out and put my CDI in his, and it would turn over just like mine does, but it wouldn't spark, it wouldn't, fire up. So then I took the coil out and did a spark test with mine, and of course no spark on his either. No spark on his old CDI. So then I checked my coil with his CDI and my spark plug with his CDI on his bike. If that makes sense, I just took my coil and my ignition coil and my spark plug and plugged it in on his bike and did a spark test, and that was fine. So we know the ignition coil and the spark plug is fine. So we're narrowing things down here. So then I take his CDI, throw it on my four-wheeler, and I put my coil and spark plug, because I know it's good, on, and did a spark plug test, and I got spark. So there you have it. The CDI is bad. I'll have to go order one, and for now I've got his in here, and it's really easy to get out even with the plastics on. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have, but now that I got spark, I just need to oil in this thing and fire up, and I'm pretty confident it's going to start up, although you know what could happen. But anyway, so I kind of went haywire. I'm leaving in a few days, so if this isn't the fix, I mean, I'm not going to be tearing into it. The plastics are on, and I'll touch it in 3 weeks when I get back from the farm. But anyway, I put the, I kind of put everything. I'm trying to get nuts and bolts because some of it wasn't there, so I'm trying to buy all that stuff. and we're checking the coolant, and the coolant system, its reservoir isn't on, but that's something I have to buy. But to start it up, I don't really need that. But anyway, we're just going over everything, and that's how I got Spark, and I'm pretty happy tonight because I might be able to start it.
That sounded a little different.
That's the... Okay guys, so that is the end of tonight for now. We've got Spark, and it's got to be a fuel delivery issue now. As you see, we're kind of cranking away on it. I think I flooded the... I know there's fuel flowing out from the overflow, so the bowl could be, the flow could not be working. But then it didn't do that after, so I either don't have fuel or something, but I think I flooded my spark plug. So we're going to put it to bed for the night, and tomorrow morning I guarantee we'll be back and turn into the fuel system, and I think that's our issue. And tomorrow